Hey everyone. So, police presence at Brian Landry's home. Ugh, the crime scene tape is so ominous.
Somebody just called over the fence back there.
I want something to be done so bad. I want him to be caught so bad.
They were going nothing. I saw the photographer back there. Did anyone see that?
Is he in like reddish?
Yeah, red
Yeah.
shorts.
I think he's a photographer.
Yeah.
I did get word,
Somebody just
unsure if it's completely official, but they're saying it's an active crime scene.
So that's what I was. Both of them are the house. It must be a photographer because he's staying in our water in the backyard.
Bojo wife, I think so, but the past few days they've just been blocking everything off. I think it's the way that the Malibu is parked right there that it made me think something was up.
Okay, sure. Okay. Thank you. Like the only other info was that I can talk. Just something that just touched me. So this isn't great.
I have not heard that there was a sighting of him in Augustine, but I'm interested. You got a link?
Okay. We'll take care of it. All right. I will go back live. Everyone know that active. Don't know if the camera inside there.
So Fox News 31 just announced the family home of Brian Laundrie's is oh, I lost the notification, but it's being set up as a crime scene. They're looking at it as a crime scene. I told you guys. I may have watched too much TV, but as soon as I saw that FBI car parked in front of the driveway like that, I knew something was up.
I haven't seen it. So how many people are here? I'm gonna go live.
It may be that they are looking for items that belong to Gabby. You are absolutely right, beautiful soul. From what we know, Gabby was living in this home with Brian and his parents previous to them having gone on the trip. There is a rumor, I will repeat, it is a rumor
It's a little
that Brian went home during the time that they were in Utah and packed up their stuff and put it into a storage unit. Once again, that is a rumor, but I tend to believe it. I don't know why. I feel like it was easier for them to push Gabby off and not be as concerned about her because her stuff wasn't in their home. I just got that impression from them.
Yeah, Corey
I
right
will
now
also add that
all
one
pressed
question has always been, where is her stuff? Where is her drone? Where's her camera? Where's her laptop?
coming from
And then,
all
of course,
over
where's
the
her
state,
phone?
if not other places, to come see this through. On one side of the block, blasting one of the cars as well. The FBI took on one of the cars. Just a line of cars that go all the way down the street. I mean, it was difficult for us to find spots actually. There's been filling up. We've been here since 3:30 this morning, and the spots just continue to fill up. Things have since quieted down a bit, but again, pretty much just all press on the sidelines. We have so this is an active crime scene, so there is crime tape up. We're not allowed to play. We're in a lawn across the street from the house. As you can see our vantage point here. Again, so it's a very active scene and taking this very seriously.
Oh, there is? It might be just residents or something. I think it's press.
Sorry, press, we beat you to it. That's what this cameraman is saying, not me, by the way. But he's looking at them like, I'm already here.
right here on the side. I mean, like,
Right.
So I moved outside real quick. I'm sorry about the background noise. Hey, Andrea. Just to recap, I jumped on because there is police presence. There is police presence at Brian Landry's home. It is said that his parents were taken out of the home and they are nearby in a black van. And there is currently a search underway in the home for an active crime scene. So I'm guessing evidence.
And again, this road's completely blocked off with police tape. This just happened probably 15 or 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I rolled up dozens of
And while we are in here, let's please not forget to pray for Gabby and her family. I'm sure, like all of us, like me, like I'm sure you can't stop thinking about Gabby. So right now we're on the road for justice for Gabby. Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that.
Well, Trey's story, I was sitting in my car just a couple houses down from Brian Laundrie's home, and then all of a sudden, the scene here went from 0 to 100 real quick. Just suddenly, there was about a dozen unmarked vehicles. They just walked toward the home, those lights on, and we learned that inside those vehicles were FBI agents. I want to show you what's going on here at home right now. Just a couple minutes ago, we saw Brian Laundrie's home get at the back van that you see right there. They were escorted back to their home by several FBI agents. Now, I also learned this morning that a couple of days ago, when Ryan's vehicle was found at Rolton Reserve and Service County, there was a bill.
I feel like since they made it an active search, that they do know Brian hurt her. But I'm just saying that with my alleged conspiracies.
Summons or notice by agents to remove the vehicle because it was partially at the park overnight. Now, we also learned that the stewards found the vehicle he was meant to drive, that silver Mustang right there. That was parked at the park, and they found it there on Wednesday, but he didn't remove it from the park until Thursday. And for those of you who are just learning about this situation, the last time his parents saw Brian Laundrie was on Tuesday. They contacted him on Friday. Now, as I mentioned, this scene just got very active here. This is in North Court, just off of Sumter Boulevard and Price Boulevard. We are staying out here to watch what's going on as the FBI agents surround this home with law enforcement agents and officers with other agencies as well. And we'll keep you updated as the scene develops here. I'm live in the report. Jackson, News now.
Thank you, Butterfly Angel. Where'd you see that on the news? Or can you tell me where you saw that?
Sure. So that the park is in Niagara
they can traverse the outside of the tape.
and that is in North Dakota, but it's part of a much larger reserve.
And I don't think they found Brian yet.
Traverse the exterior of the
That area is full of brush and mud, and we know that law enforcement agents as well as FBI agents were out there Saturday and Sunday. They ended their search Saturday night because it got dark. Same thing for Sunday. We were under the impression that they were going to search this searching again, but we learned this morning that the law enforcement believed that they searched the entire area and there was nothing of substance that was found. So they concluded all air search the area, at least for
Well, we need to learn more information. Is it WFLA?
If you follow the tape all the way around, you can get back to that
Oh, I
that
can.
house.
You're the CBS, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you got to. If you follow this tape, just stay on this side though. Just walk behind. You'll get up to in front of all these cars, and then this tape will cross the road on the other side.
Yeah, Nicole, I don't think they're going to trust us on the scanner anymore.
there.
Staying on this side. Yes. So then you're fine. All right. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I'll stay here. Don't get in front of the Okay, we'll stay. Do you want me to come?
And I'm 100% not saying this to be sad fishing because I know I will get that comment. But I cried so much yesterday watching videos of Gabby, literal sobbing as if I knew her and she was my friend. She's forever America's daughter and she has touched all of our hearts, and I think that's why we're so interested. That's what her dad said too. He said because she's such an amazing soul, he thinks this is why she's gotten so much attention. So as of yesterday, they were still searching the reserve, and then they cut the search off late yesterday night. I wonder if, hopefully, they're looking for him again right now. Let's get him, allegedly.
Taylor, bring his license and he's on the charge.
Yeah, you want me to back up? We're gonna keep vegan, and then we'll actually Gutierrez down there. She's on the other side of the wall. Have her just stay here, and then the Trent's down at the end, right? Yeah, he should be walking. Yeah, just have him stay there since that's not my concern right now. The inner is. Okay. Keep her there, and then you can throw him in between.
Emery, I'm sure it's because he's a dad, and he just all he can feel is the anger of a dad having lost their little girl. I think that's how we all feel. I think we all feel like we lost Gabby. I'm not gonna interject myself like fully like that, but I will say that when she died, there was a loss, and everyone lost, not just Brian. Miss Kitty, we have been searching for Summer. Summer has gotten she's gotten the attention that her case needs. I think there's other things that are stalling out the search for Summer, and I think that's kind of where the frustration has grown with some YouTubers that have, what people would say, moved on. I never only covered Summer's case, but I will tell you that about 5 days before Gabby's Gabby disappeared and I started covering her, I had kind of given up covering Summer because it's very frustrating and um, it's almost grueling to have to watch her family act the way they're acting, knowing that she's gone, and to see Gabby's family how they were acting. It was a refresher. It felt like, okay, this is, I'm not doing this to catch people up. I'm doing this to help people out. And Gabby's brother was the first person I saw to say, spread the word. And I'm not taking credit for anything, but Amber Truth Seeker did live very early on about Gabby. And in the comments during her live, I was like, I am screen recording all of his social media right now. There was something about Brian that I just did not like. And after that, I mean, of course, she's everybody wants everybody wants to help find her because she seems so important to all of us immediately. I think just because of her essence. And that's why I think all of us started focusing on her. I have heard people talk already about how we are forgetting Summer. Gabby deserves the week that we have given her. And Summer obviously is still on our hearts and our minds and in my head. And I hope that at some point Summer's found too. But we have, they have tried. They really have.
Well, you can see right here, you don't see too many FBI agents standing outside of the home or law enforcement officers for that matter, but that's because we saw them go in the house one by one. So not too many agents out here. They went into the home one by one and also inside of the home. We saw those FBI agents escort Brian Laundrie's parents from that van that's parked on the lawn and
Yeah,
we
still
were
stay for a
escorted
little
in
bit.
the home. That was about 20 to 30 minutes ago. Now, it was around 9:45 this morning, about 45 minutes ago, that I'm just sitting in my building, a couple houses down from the laundries, and all of a sudden, I saw one after one unmarked vehicles with the lights on, walking down the streets toward the home, and then all of a sudden, we saw police would go up, and all of those agents surrounding the home, they were going in through the side gate, they were going in through the front door, and now you can see it went from 0 to 100 there. Even some of them parked on other properties. And we are lucky we have this vantage point right here because the police tank now goes a couple houses down, and there are a lot of people who are not able to get through. A lot of people here in this neighborhood that walked over here on the lawn behind us just watching, seeing everything that goes down. Also, what I learned this morning is that a note was found on the Mustang that Brian Walker was known to drive, and that was parked at the Carlton Reserve starting earlier in the week last week. Now, we learned that he left his house, according to his parents, on Tuesday. That's the last that they saw him. They found his car parked at the reserve on Wednesday with a note on it. And that note was actually from law enforcement. It was to remove the vehicle that was supposedly
I didn't misunderstand you, Miss Kitty. I'm saying we have seen this action in the Wells case. We really have.
by his attorney. They went
The case is stalled out because of what's going on with her family. EquiSearch. I mean, there was so many teams of people out there looking for her right away and for a very long time immediately. I think I completely understand what you're saying, and I know the feeling in your heart. I know what you're trying to say, but I'm not going to pretend like we haven't searched for Summer and pretend like America hasn't searched for Summer because they really have.
Yeah, so the park, the Mayapahatchee Creek Park, is part of the Carlton Reserve. So we are just off of Sumter Boulevard here at the Laundrie home. It's near the intersection of Sumter Boulevard and Price Boulevard, which is toward the south end of Northport and Sarasota County. So the reserve and the park are toward the north end. Even part of the reserve is outside of city limits and goes into Venice and Sarasota County. So it is a bit of a distance. I would say about 15 minutes from here. But I know the crews that were out there, they had quite a time searching the park for the evidence or information linked to Brian Laundrie's disappearance. They were dealing with a lot of mud and swamplands over there. It's a very rural reserve, and that's why they were out there for 2 days. They were out there Saturday and Sunday. They ended up so Saturday through the day because the sun went down. Same with yesterday. But we learned this morning that they had no plans to get back out there today. They said they exhausted all avenues looking for any information related to the disappearance of Brian Laundrie. And last night when we got the update from police, they said that there was nothing found. But that doesn't mean one thing that the search at the park is completely over. At least at this point, they are not moving forward with it today. And one thing is for sure that search for Brian Laundrie is nowhere near over.
It's probably the $1 million question right now, Andrea. But I think because of Gabby being found, and even if they don't know the manner of death through autopsy, I'm guessing that in the way she was disposed, it is still evident that it was a homicide. That's there are ways that if you find somebody, you will say that this was done with homicidal intent. Let's say her hands were bound or she was wrapped in something. They know that that's not just a suicide or um, anything else like that. So I'm guessing they're just narrowing it down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're welcome. No, that's fine. Thank you.
Andrew Delaney, they say that they met at school. They went to high school together. Phoenix Rising, there is currently a search underway at Brian Petito's home. It is being called an active crime scene. Brian Petito has not been located yet, from what I know, and his parents are not in the home. No warrant that I know of. Sylvia Garza, I'm unsure of the rumors being spread that his mom worked for the district attorney's office. And of course, even if she did, it doesn't mean that there's anything nefarious going on. But I did see a photo of what people are saying is Brian's brother dressed in blue. Yes, from my understanding, 100% FBI are physically in the home. And just in case anyone is confused as to why the FBI is involved, it's because Brian moved state lines. He went obviously from Utah back to Florida in her vehicle, and that's why the FBI became involved.
Tell us that when they got to the home, they learned that Brian had been missing since Tuesday, and the family was only concerned about finding their son. We've gotten further details since then. Police tell us that the family told them that Brian left on Tuesday to go to the Carlton Reserve. They say that's a place he frequents often, and he went there with his backpack in hand and was expected to go on a hike. When the family didn't hear from him, they decided to go to the Carlton Reserve. That is where they found that Mustang that we see in the parents' driveway right now. It's being blocked by another vehicle. That is where they found that Mustang. Now, there's a sort of a discrepancy, but about how this all played out. The police say that the parents went there on Wednesday. They found the car and then transported it back to their home. But our affiliate in Tampa is telling us that the lawyer for the family says that the family actually went out there on Wednesday after not hearing from Brian. They found the car and apparently found a note inside. They left the car there, and when they didn't hear from Brian again, they went back the following day and retrieved the car and brought it back to their residence. And the next day, last Friday, that is when they called police and officially reported him missing. Okay.
So I'm going to change it to WFLA because I think we all love that guy.
Van, but they were camping in very isolated areas.
Yep.
Scene here momentarily. Again, we don't know exactly what's going to unfold here today, so it's all hands on.
Let me pull it up on my regular screen. We'll just
On deck, and we're going to be here with you live on WFLA now to bring you the very latest and to talk to you. I know we have a lot of hashtag HJB, hashtag HWalt comments here across social media, Facebook Live, Twitter in the comment section, YouTube in the comment section. Just bear with us here. We're just getting a lot of information here, and then we're going to start to take your questions. And again, our commenters, our viewers here have been very much part of this story over the last week or so. So we want to feature you because so many times there has been an excellent point, an excellent observation, or an excellent question that comes out of our hashtag AJB or hashtag HeyWalt comment section.
Sleep.
So we'll get to those comments here. We'll animate them on screen.
I think social media has played. I mean, this is such a what you do here. Obviously, I've said this to you off camera before, is very unique. I'm not sure anybody else is doing that. So that's a unique point, that what you're doing, obviously, and then you add to it the unique nature of this particular case with a woman offering pictures and snippets of her life for weeks, and then of course everything being caught on the end on the police body cameras, which again are relatively new. It is such a modern case, and I think that's why you're getting those tips out there, because there's always internet sleuths over the past decade, but there's much more of an opportunity to do that, and a lot of people are doing that with this case.
So okay, I have the video queued up here, and to all the commenters who have been commenting at me and saying to drink hot tea, thank you. I did get the hot tea eventually. It just took a little bit longer. Again, my voice not sick. Just a long week of streaming here, folks, on this story.
Right.
So let's get to some of that video here. Okay, so I want to make this perfectly clear. We are looking here in the center of your screen right now at live video, but there was video earlier
of the mom.
Yes, and we're gonna now. What I have now is the raw recording in our system here at WFLA. So we'll kind of scrub through it. And scrubbing through, like jumping from point to point here as you would in any video online. What we'll try to do is we'll try to find those points here. So I'm going to bring up this video. We're going now from live to non-live, from live to moments ago. And let's see what we have here. Here's some of the clips. Okay, so this is the scene here, Walt, earlier. And it looks like
there's an FBI agent there in the foreground. Appears, right?
What might be a reporter there taking video. Okay, this was right when the scene was starting to unfold here, folks.
Might be the
here,
same
raw
FBI
video
agent there, yeah.
Let's see here now. Scrubbing ahead here. Okay, somebody.
That looks like an onlooker.
Speaks volumes to how
crazy.
The public is really gravitating towards this story. I don't know if that person was allowed to be there or not. More FBI personnel here in gear here at the home. All right, scrubbing forward. More photographers.
Police officer, more than likely. That seems to be the same FBI agent. It seems like we've spotted at least two there.
I'm looking for the video of the mother.
Another FBI agent.
Let's see if we can scroll ahead here. Scrolling ahead. Okay, here. So what do we have here?
FBI. So there's perimeter FBI agents, and this guy perhaps is developing the crime scene inside the Laundrie's house.
And I want to just preface, as we wait for this video here to go through all the highlights of the video of this morning, and I was rushing in here to get here live with our audience here. We're scrubbing through this, and I'm seeing this for the first time.
Me too.
Walt is seeing this for the first time. Welcome to 2021 as far as the way that we present news to you. So this is raw video.
Welcome,
from
Andrea.
Moments ago here outside of the Laundrie house. So what you're seeing is what we're seeing here for the first time. So looking here again at that same FBI agent, continuing to scrub through here. Okay, back here now outside of the house. What appears to be a law enforcement vehicle here, right up on the front lawn of the house.
Now the video
now, you have to wonder, I want to pause this here for a second, Walt. You have to wonder here, did they come in blazing? Because they're parked right on the front lawn where we were on Friday night.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's right outside the front door there.
You know what? When you're preserving a scene, and we're not going to call it a crime scene at this point, but when you're preserving a scene, you do not come in. You come in unannounced, and I think in a case where you have parents of a 22-year-old who is missing, I think it makes a lot of sense to do that. And keep in mind, this is the family criticized heavily over the last week or so for not coming forward and sharing anything they knew about where Gabby was last seen. So the FBI probably has some of the same frustrations that the general public has, but of course they're trying to gather evidence, so they want to come in as a surprise, no doubt about that.
Let's also remind, okay, so what do we have here? Some agents?
I think you're going to see the video I saw was the mom going into that vehicle that is parked on the lawn. So if we have that, that's
reminder, I have to remind folks, this is not live. Okay, I'm monitoring the live feed here on a separate screen, and we can go to the live video. If anything happens, tap at the touch screen here, and we're live. but this is from, again, a short time ago. So live content will be coming back here as soon as we have something to show you.
And
but right
you know,
now, it's the same scene.
to the point we were making earlier about the social media connection of both the people who never met Gabby, the people who know Gabby, and then, of course, just the followers of this story. I mean, one of the key tips came from another blogger, again, a relatively modern job, Shannon Baker out of Spring Hill, saying that a trip, she's a travel blogger, and on a trip, she remembers recognizing the 2012 white Ford van that we've seen that is now in Northport police custody. And she shared that video with both the parents of Gabby Petito and said, actually, in one of our stories, that she had a tearful talk with Miss Petito's mom about what it meant and how she wished that Gabby could come home alive. But she also, that video from the Spring Hill woman played a role in, we believe, helping investigators go to the exact location of the Grand Teton National Park. And we talk about the vast nature of the reserve in Venice, Florida, but 25,000 acres, Carlton Reserve. But think about the Grand Teton National Park. If the woman from Spring Hill doesn't have that video, which had the van in a particular location, we haven't found that. I don't think they've found that body yet.
And I was talking about, we have a hashtag HJB comment coming up here. We see a lot of them. Hashtag HWalt, hashtag HJB. But let me make this clear. We were talking about this on stream last night. While there's a lot of misinformation, landmines of falsified information out there, as far as the rabbit hole that is places like TikTok and Reddit, there are some really good people out there trying to do good by this story, and I want to commend those people, because there are good people out there that are helping carry this story forward. And in a day and age where there's countless, I remember talking about how the people are going through Yellowstone webcam video trying to find evidence, like people at home tapping the space bar on their computer, going frame by frame, looking for the van. I mean, people that are really helping, as far as now the FBI and I think law enforcement would say we appreciate the tips, but they get so much misinformation on their call line that it can be sometimes a distraction for them. But I just want to commend for a moment the people that are trying to do some good out there, and people that, like you've been talking about, people that have been doing good with the van video, of course, that came out in the last 36 hours.
And I think we get a lot of tips here that we have to go through, and some of them end up as stories. But I can tell you, you have to look at all of them. I'm sure law enforcement is the same way, and they know that all they need is that one tip that will get them the information they need. And I think we're back live here. I think that in this case, obviously, now, as you brought up, will somebody be able to spot Mr. Laundrie so that we can, so that police can talk to him and ask him what happened, or will the forensic analysis of the body tell us something before they're able to speak to Laundrie? That's what we need to find out next.
New developments here, folks. I believe that we have Eagle 8 HD at the scene here momentarily. I want to address one question that is coming through a lot in our comment section, and I promise, folks, we just have a lot going on right now as far as the developments here in this story and what we're trying to catch up on as far as what has transpired since what we believe to be an unannounced visit here, as Walt was talking about. Again, showing up here at the Laundrie household this morning, the tape put up here. But let's talk about the tape here, because Kristen Russell here, hashtag HJB, hashtag HWalt. If the house is called a crime scene, doesn't that mean there is a crime? This is a great question, it's so obvious, but
it's funny. I was going to say something about that. That's not. We call it crime scene tape, but it also probably says warning tape.
Do not cross.
The tape goes up. Yeah, they just want to preserve as much as they can so nobody walks on it. That's more than likely why they took the mom away. You want no interference. If you're gonna analyze that house the way they probably will, you want no interference whatsoever, and you don't want anybody stepping on that lawn. You don't want anybody walking near the lawn. You don't want anyone walking near the house. So great question, but we do not know this is a crime yet.
Hey,
we still don't know the cause of death, and the cause of death will tell us a lot. Obviously, that's probably the next most important piece of this puzzle that we'll hear. And do we hear that? Do we hear that from Brian, or do we hear that from the forensic analysis out of Wyoming? Or Denver, probably, at this point.
Yeah, and this might For our commenters here, I've had enough comments like this one asking about the crime scene tape. I'm just going to ask our crews out there, we're waiting for something to happen here. So I'm asking our crews here with a quick note, just to let us know what does what does the tape say? And that's so that
It's
that
ridiculous.
It means they're
because
preserving the
that's
scene.
It's not like they
It's
have
not
a warning. If
they don't have the right tape, it's just yellow tape.
just
I
yellow
know
tape.
that's silly, but
You're preserving an area, and you're preserving an area. We don't know why yet, but if the FBI is there, the FBI is part of the crew that found the body. The FBI is communicating with their agents are communicating. It would seem to me the logic is that the FBI out of Denver that's working the Wyoming part of this communicated with the FBI out of Tampa, and more than likely that is how you got your search warrant, and that's why they're there. But they're not telling us yet, and the FBI generally won't tell us anything.
Yeah, and I know that the tape is a very small and probably meaningless thing, but considering the amount of comments that we've asked about whether or not this is a crime
Bottom line
scene.
is crime scene tape or warning tape goes up on things that are not crimes all the time.
All right, let's show you this. Eagle 8 HD live over the scene now, just arriving here in Sarasota County. So this is now a live picture here of Brian Laundrie's home here. You're going to see some intermittent signal breakups here because we're here in Tampa. Of course, just going out to Northport, Florida, a little bit a ways away here, but still part of the coverage area, so we'll still be able to maintain a very clear signal here. You'll just see it like right here. You'll be able to see some signal pauses and signal breakups there. So this is the backyard of the home here. They were just showing us the front of the house here, but there's just a shot of the entire property here. So there you see, when I said law enforcement vehicles pulled right up to the front door,
nice home.
I was wondering here maybe 5-10 minutes ago, did they come in blazing? Did they rush right into the scene?
There's no doubt.
And there's the silver Ford Mustang convertible.
They wanted to get in that house as quickly as possible.
And there's the silver Ford Mustang convertible.
By the way, when you get a warrant, that means you're going in. You're not asking for permission to go in. You're going in. It makes complete sense for them to go in quickly, just in case something could be destroyed that they want to see.
I hope EchoSearch isn't spending their money on him.
All right, so we've got Eagle 8 HD.
And there's
here.
the media on the other side of the street. You see I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14 crews. Wow.
All right, I'm queuing up a side-by-side here, folks.
Parked in the model home.
Which book, Kimmykins?
Hold on, everybody. We're queuing up here. Some video here from earlier, some new video here. Again, I'm bringing in a raw camera video from right when this scene began to unfold here. So I'm going to try my very best to bring you up here side by side.
Appreciate it.
And here we have it.
Yeah, it's true.
And let's show you now a split screen. Queuing this all up here on the touchscreen, folks. Okay, so
one thing I'm saying, Ronnie, is they don't necessarily have to know her manner of death.
This is a tweet from a
They could have guessed that it's homicidal
this
intent.
Was 4 minutes ago. Also said parents were escorted out of house moments ago.
All right, so now let's see. This is new camera video from earlier, and we'll see if we have any more interesting video from on the ground. So on the left side of your screen, everybody, is live from Eagle 8 HD. On the right side of your screen is video, a raw camera feed from earlier, right when we got there, right when we hit record, right when we started the feed. And we'll start to see if anything sticks out here to our audience here joining us on WFLA now.
Well, there they are in the backyard. Is that an FBI agent? It's hard to tell.
With holding paper in their hand, it would appear to be. Okay, one more time. Left side of your screen is live. Right side of your screen is a
left
raw
side's
camera.
Live.
Yes, left live. Right side of your screen.
So I'm
raw
not sure who that
earlier.
woman is, but I can't see the. Let's see. Well, they appear to be looking behind the shed.
And they're photographing behind the shed here on the left side of your screen.
The person who's not in gear seems to be taking the pictures. And now they're coming to the front of the shed. So, and they have the warrant, and I'm guessing that's the warrant. Do they have a warrant for the shed?
And I wonder if they're, just kind of going over the paperwork here to see what they have access to, what they don't have access to. And again,
nice job, Eagle 8, by the way.
Yeah, Eagle 8 providing us here, and I believe, is it Paul Lamison? Paul Lamison?
Yeah, Paul Lamison's up there.
Let's kind of just show you everybody Paul Lamison, if it is Paul, and there he is, our chief photographer here, WFLA News Channel 8, does an amazing job here for us, and again, follow him online, folks. He's a great follow as far as covering the Tampa Bay area.
They have not found Brian. In fact, the search is off for Brian.
The split screen from earlier, and let's kind of scrub forward here now and see if we can find that video that we're talking about of the Laundrie, of Brian Laundrie's mother. And I'm scrubbing on the right side of your screen, trying to find any highlights or anything new here that we haven't seen before. So I'm showing some video towards the backyard. Here's some equipment being brought in. Probably this is equipment to retrieve evidence.
Brenda, they're searching his family's home.
The vehicles, and it looks like
they're in the shed
a lot
now.
of stuff going in and out of the house. Can we just kind of point that out here, Walt, for a second? That it looks like a lot of.
Are they in the shed at this point?
I don't. Let's go full scar.
The search is off for Brian.
Like not seeing too much here from the raw camera feed. So
By the way, I will tell you, earlier in the video that Paul had, or the live video Paul had, the shed door was closed. Shed door is now open. So obviously, they have perhaps, from whatever they know, they've pinpointed something that involves that shed.
I'm going to see if we can bring in Paul on radio here and see if we can bring Paul Lamison in to provide us with what he's seeing here from the sky. And if we can bring him in here, we will. And let's see if we can communicate with Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamison. Oh, we can't. We're coming up here, and I cannot, because we're coming up here on the 11 a.m. newscast here on WFLA News Channel 8 that begins in 3 minutes. So Paul is standing by here for a live report. We might be able to listen in to Paul's live report here momentarily, but I cannot radio in to Paul.
I hope so.
When he's preparing for the newscast.
I really hope so.
We'll have Paul here momentarily to tell us what he's seeing here from Eagle 8 HD. JB Buno, Walt Buteau, 8 on your side, senior investigator here with us live on WFLA.
I mean, they were taking all that gear in, guys. I hope that means they're doing forensics.
Hey JB, hashtag Hey Walt comments here in the Facebook Live comment section. And you know what? Let's bring this one. You were just talking about this, Walt, and we'll bring this one in here. And let me make this clear. I have to do this. I stop myself every time before I'm about to animate a comment on screen. How this works on WFLA Now is that you see the hashtags here on the left and right side of your screens, hashtag HJB, hashtag HeyWalt. You see them on the yellow stripes there. You can use that hashtag, either of those two hashtags, to get our attention here, and then we can actually animate your comment on screen, animate like Wendy's comment here on screen, but it shows, of course, your name and your profile picture. If you don't want that information, if you don't want to be part of our live stream here, then just don't use the hashtags.
So, Chitty Chatty Mag, what's going on is there's a search going on at Brian's home.
You would not need a separate. Generally, you.
And let me just, for our audience that's just kind of listening here for a second.
They keep fighting over the mic.
To us, so let's read this.
Me too, guys. Me too.
Hashtag HJB. Do they need a separate warrant for the shed?
No, but and I would assume if you're going to search the entire house, I haven't seen warrants that specifically ask for. They ask for the entire residence. Do they have to ask for the shed? Would some constitutional lawyer tell you they should? I would say I doubt that. It also looks like they did not necessarily go in the shed.
You're okay,
they seem
Andrea.
to photograph behind it.
We're all thinking it.
The last video that Paul shot there, they went back into the house at the back of it in the lanai. But it does lead you to believe there are specifics in that warrant that they are looking for, and obviously that warrant. And I correct myself. It's a federal warrant. Getting a hold of that is not as easy as if it's a federal warrant. I'm assuming it is because the FBI announced they have the warrant. Getting a hold of that affidavit is going to be a lot more difficult and time consuming than if it had been signed by a state judge. So we'll see how that works. But that warrant will tell us a lot.
And let's see here. I want to bring up this comment. Hey, Wendy, thanks for your comment. We'll go to Shelby next. Hey, Shelby, hashtag AJB. So is it confirmed that the parents were removed? And so
it's confirmed by eyewitnesses. One reporter, at least one reporter saw the mom go, and then I have eyewitnesses who have contacted me that tell us the mom and dad were taken away. And by the way, that is standard operating procedure.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up here, as far as not interfering with the execution of the search warrant.
It's not like they're suspects or anything like that. It's not like they were getting in the way of the FBI, but you want the house clean. You don't want anybody else in there. You don't want anything disturbed. Yes, you take everybody out of the house except law enforcement, and even law enforcement will limit how many officers will go in there.
Let's listen. I think Paul is coming in on radio. Let's just listen in. Okay, no, he was about to deliver. I think he's getting ready for a live report on our newscast here. Also, let's go to Ms. Christine McLarty. Listen in to her.
The Petito case. Again,
Where did
we
Walt
have been
come
here
from?
about the last hour that the FBI has been swarming this house along with Northport Police. There is also a helicopter overhead. We do believe that the Laundrie parents are inside the
I almost
home.
forgot my kid had to go
Before
to
agents
school.
came here, the dad came out to his car and got a couple of documents, went back inside before FBI came and showed up. Now, this is following a weekend-long investigation as the Laundrie parents said that they saw Brian's car at a nearby wildlife preserve, and there was a 2-day search from sunrise to sunset. The last 2 days, dozens of law enforcement agencies about 10 minutes away from this house searching for their son. And again, we're back here live where there's multiple FBI agents inside this home speaking with Brian's parents. Stay with 8 on their side for the latest. Reporting in Northport, Christine McLarty. Back to you.
Hey everybody, JD Pino here with you live on WFLA Now, and we'll see if Christine is about to deliver additional remarks here. I think she is. Let's go back to Christine, back with your hashtag HJB, hashtag HWalt comments here momentarily. Nope, now we have Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamas.
Vehicles in the front, and also right here in the center of your screen, that is the Mustang that's in question. The one that left the house, was at the reserve, and then was brought back by the parents. That has been out there since Wednesday. Now I'm going to move the camera and show you back here in the backyard, this shed. We just saw agents out there with the door open. They walked around the outside of the shed. They went inside. They seemed to take a lot of pictures. They did some stuff there. They since walked back into the home. So there's a wide shot of the house. You can see all the media gathered. This street is closed to traffic. So right now, it's just a very
That's media and neighbors.
crime scene that takes up quite a bit of the neighborhood. But again, the house is here. We'll be up above it and see if we can spot anything else. But again, the couple things I really want to show you are
Thank
the
you, Laura
Mustang
Bell.
that is out front, and there is one of the officers standing guard in front of the home. So, Stacy, I will throw it back to you.
And that's Paul Lamison reporting for us on our 11 a.m. newscast. Team coverage, by the way, if you are here in the Tampa Bay area, turn on your televisions to your NBC station, WFLA 8 on your side. That's us. And you'll find us, our team coverage with 8 on your side, Christine McLarty. You'll also find Eagle 8 HD's Paul Lamison.
Thank you, Rita.
And I was just passed along a note here. And again, this is welcome to reporting online in the year 2021. A big thank you to some of our commenters here for helping me monitor a lot that's going on out there. Stevie Webb, hashtag HeyJB, Brian Enton said parents were taken back into the house. And so I want to give a shout out here to News Nation's Brian Enton. He reports for News Nation, of course, part of Next Star Nation here with us. He is based in Miami. He's our Florida correspondent here for News Nation. And he did just tweet out
I don't think
at
so.
the same second. I don't know.
I think
Stevie
they just
was
think
really
he
quick
hid
on
things
it,
there.
pointing out here that parents are back in the house. So the 2 Laundrie parents back in the home at this time after again, what an average is talking about as far as likely being removed from the equation here just temporarily as the search warrant was being executed so that it could be done unadulterated. So let's give a shout out to Brian Enton one more time. You
I
can
will
follow
say
him on
that anything is
line.
possible
He's
now.
one of the reports. He's actually got a live feed up right now too that we're also monitoring here for developments. All right, we're live here in the center of your screen. Walt Petito, phone's ringing off the hook. Walt, if you need to take that, you can take it.
Yeah, let me just.
All right, everybody, back here with you live. Walt, we'll come back here momentarily. Walt, your mic is muted if you need to take that. Some more hashtag HJB comments that are coming in here.
Happy to
and let's
get 'em off.
to Shelby Carollo again. One more time, Shelby. So is it confirmed that the parents were removed? Yes, confirmed that the parents were removed, and then they were allowed to go back into the house here. So at this time, it's very possible here, and I think, Walt, you're done with your phone call. phone's ringing off the hooks here, folks. A lot of messages, tweets, DMs. It's just a lot going on here at this hour. Thanks for spending part of your Monday morning here with us as we look here at some of the media circus here. But the Laundrie parents are back in the home, which, Walt, would lead you to now wonder, if, of course, if logically the next step is, are they done now executing the search warrant?
They could be, or they could be. They could have cleared one area of the house, and perhaps they let them back in. I would have to say it's somewhat unusual, but perhaps they were, like we said, these warrants are written in a certain way where they're looking for. They don't always say exactly what police are looking for.
No, they do not.
So were they able to clear an area and allow the Laundries back in? That's very possible. Clear one room? We don't know. Are they after something specific? Did they bring the Laundries back in to ask some questions about what they're looking for? We know none of those answers yet.
Yeah, and I know that there's some videos out there, everybody, and again, we are working here to provide you here with the images at the very latest, but I want to let you know here that this is live here in the center of your screen. Eight on your side, senior investigator Walt Petito joining us here, everybody, on WFLA Now. JB.
So, guys, I am 100% sorry. And I actually have to go drop my daughter off at school and then go grab coffee because this was completely unexpected today, even though I should expect to have developments all day. I have linked Ichtmel. He is live right now covering the same coverage. He is amazing. And I'm also going to link J is for Justice. If you guys head over there, go ahead and tell them I sent you. I'm really sorry. I will come back on as things develop. But for now, mom life. I almost forgot my kid had to go to school. So I'm here first with you guys. And I linked Mel, and I'm going to be linking J's for Justice right now, too. Go be respectful over there, too. You guys are amazing. I honestly have the best chat, 100% hands down. You guys are the sweetest, kindest people. I thank you for all your support, and I'm here for you guys, too. Thank you for being here for me. I appreciate it. Email me if you need to, amandasvida@gmail.com, or find me on Facebook, Amanda's, last name Vida. Love you guys. Be safe. Sky, I want a grilled cheese, too. I'll see you guys. And if you are my member, I do have a members live today. I will be scheduling the time. I already have it in our community, the time, so just go ahead and go check there at Pacific Standard Time. Have a good day, guys. Oh, and justice for Gabby. I don't know if you heard of that, but justice for Gabby. For sure. I think we all need grilled cheese and tomato soup now.